Good morning everyone, welcome to Scope of Life. My name is Egwin. Today I'm running you through the last exercise of our Baduanjin set. It's got 8 exercises. Finally now we've arrived at the last one that's to be done. It's a very short and easy exercise, so a wonderful day. Nothing very strenuous for the brain, nothing very strenuous for the body, but still something that helps you in your daily life and that supports your health. The legs are considered extremely important in traditional Chinese medicine, and not only there. Actually, physiologically, anatomically speaking, and also energy-wise, the legs are one very, very important part of your body. Now this time we're working on the leg muscles just a tiny little bit, and we work with a jolting movement. You might remember it from the first time when I've done the whole exercise set. The movement looks like that. It's just coming up on the toes and letting yourself sink back down again. So it's coming up and letting yourself fall back down again. Coming up means, when you look at my heels, it's just simply a rocking to the front, to the ball of the foot movement, and then let yourself fall back into the heel. What's very important here is keep your knees slightly bent when you hit the ground, so don't stretch them out like so. Come up and just give a little bit of room for movement in your knee joints. That's very important here. You combine the exercise with the breathing, obviously, and it's supposed to do different things. First of all, once again, enhance your ability for grounding. So coming up on the toes is always a position that might be a little unstable from time to time. It once again teaches you to bring your focus down, closer to the ground, into the earth, and actually root in there. That's one thing. The other thing is it teaches you structure and movability, actually in your foot. I'm going to run through that in more detail in the extended version later on, but there is something specific that you can actually do with your feet in order to have this Yung Chuan point, which is a very important acupuncture point in Chinese traditional medicine, which is the starting spot of the kidney meridian, actually, down on your foot, right here in the middle. Now this exercise is also designed to boost that point, to activate this point a little bit. Obviously it works with all the muscles in the leg area, but still without tensing up completely. It's a very gentle, very soft coming up. Once again, if you lose balance for whatever reason, like I said in the beginner's version of supporting the heavens, once again, you come up, oh, you feel yourself being a little unstable, just take a couple of steps until you're stable again and then finish the exercise. Obviously, the goal is not to be imbalanced, but on the other side, don't be too hard on yourself, because everyone is not completely 100% in balance from time to time. So at some point, sometimes you feel imbalanced and sometimes you might not feel imbalanced, but the exercises are designed to take you back into balance. So don't be too harsh on yourself when the first or the second repetition on a day you might lose your balance. Yeah? If you don't lose it, even better. And it shows you whether or not you stick to the exercise with your mind, because there's no way you're going to be unstable when you're focused and your mind is actually set to what you're doing. When your mind is grounded and your whole energy is grounded by doing so, there is no way you'll be unstable. And that's actually one of the most important things this last exercise teaches you on one hand. The second most important thing in this exercise is actually the relaxation part. Whenever you give a slight jolt to your body, an energy wave as well as a physical pulsation, a physical wave runs through the whole system. which, if not done too intense, like you're hitting something really bad or you're having an accident, but just something gentle where you're actually using your body weight also, not by jumping from some 5-meter high rock onto a solid surface, but just something very simple. This will help you to actually distribute the energy that you built before, to channel all the energies that you have worked with before and bring them back into one conclusive form. A form that is very useful to yourself, to your body, to your health. And it's not only about the energy. If you remember, the last exercise, number 7, was the one where we've been tensing up a lot. Now this exercise is specifically designed also to take out all this excessive tension and just simply give this completely like ragdoll-like relaxation back to you, so that at the end you're very energized, but still you're completely free in your movement. There is no tension in the joints holding you back anymore. All this wobbling in my arms, it's not done consciously. So when I come up to my toes and I let myself sink down again, that's just something that happens because my arms are completely loose in my shoulders and they're just hanging down with their own weight. Breathing in this exercise can't be more easy. From this position where your weight in the normal stance is a little bit further to the heel area. Talk about that later for the whole set in the extended version. So from this on, now you bring your weight to the ball of the foot. That's your inhalation when you come up, and the exhalation when you let yourself drop back down again. So inhale, exhale. Inhalation, exhalation, relax. Inhalation, exhalation. Notice once again, even your neck area isn't collapsing completely. Your neck area, your head will naturally tilt a little bit, but it's nothing like where you completely crash your neck area or something like that. That's not what we want. What we want is simple. Structure remains straight throughout the whole thing, but still has this slight wave-like activation. Now this is the last exercise in terms of repetition, and the last exercise is done twice as much than the other exercises. So when you started Baduanjin set with, say, 2 repetitions per exercise, then you're doing the last one 4 times. Or if you started with 4, then you're doing the last one 8 times. So it's just because it's just such a short exercise, such a very easy exercise, but still such an important exercise because it works on the legs, it supports the pulsation, even the blood flow, the lymphatic flow in your leg area. It helps you with grounding yourself, with bringing everything back into the position where it's supposed to be. That's why we're doing this exercise a little bit more often, and you see it doesn't really take a lot of time. Once again, this is an exercise that doesn't work on one specific organ cycle. It's just an exercise that works on your whole body, and that's exactly what we need at the end to sort of bring all the other exercises into one cup that we define right here at the end of the movement. Also, this exercise can be done somewhere along the day without having to do all the other exercises. Just simply this focus down in order to get stability, and then letting the focus go and relaxing. That's actually exactly what can help you during the day as well. If you just want to get a little bit of blood pumping again, very gentle, in a way that no one will actually realize. So when you're in your office maybe or something like that, you're standing up, just come to your toes let yourself fall down a little bit. That's something, as I mentioned before, most people wouldn't even be able to realize that, because it's just something that's completely out of their perceptual range, because they, even maybe people who know you quite well, but other than that, you can mask it as, whoa, nice. Just some expression of like slight like movement, relaxation. So it's really something that will help you a lot without embarrassing you if you're concerned with that. Over time, you will realize you don't get embarrassed anymore. I've done those movements in front of tons of people on campsites, even back then as a 13-year-old boy. And I can tell you for sure it doesn't do anything. You can do the exercise, you can be completely by yourself, and it's all good. One more thing to add here. When you finish with this exercise, so coming to the ball of the foot and back down, ball of the foot, back down, then still take a couple of deep breaths. Before you actually close the whole set. It's always good to have a starting spot and an end spot to something that you're doing. You will still take all the benefits with you into your daily life, that's for sure. No problem there whatsoever. But as soon as you come up and you do this, and after that, having a couple of deep breaths, and just for you, for your focus, you come back to the center, you close this movement, and then go into your day. That's just the perfect way to do it. A little more about closing, opening, and stuff like that later on. Once again, one thing still came to my mind. I mentioned focus. You come up to your toes, your mind is set down to this rooting aspect. As soon as you release the tension and let your heels drop back down again, it's very important that also the focus gets released. So don't go roots, 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 roots. No. Now you're creating stability. Your mind is focusing. Release. Release also means letting go of every focus that there might be. Just let it go. Relax. It will smoothly go away, and it will help you relax the whole body. Whatever goes for the body in this kind of movement also goes for the mind. When we tense up in the 7th exercise, the mind is focused on generating energy, on generating tension in the body, heat. As soon as we release, the mind has to release as well. Otherwise, the tension won't get out of the body. And that's pretty much the same thing with this exercise. If we stick to grounding, 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 grounding roots, this relaxation will never happen. Just simply come to the ball of the foot, relax. Let yourself drop down gently and be at ease. And that's it. That's the whole mystical thing to all those exercises. Your body, your mind, and then your energy, they're all connected with each other. Whatever you do in one will have an effect on the others, and vice versa. And so, with that being said, I wish you a wonderful time. Watch all those movies, watch those tutorials if you want to. I think you can learn the Baduanjin on a basic level quite well with the tutorial I just gave you. For further details, to bring it to the next level, check back within the next couple of weeks. I'll be doing the advanced version here pretty soon. Actually, the advanced version is then going to be available for subscribers to the blog without any charge still. And so have a wonderful time for now. Make sure to subscribe to the blog, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel here. I've got a lot of other tutorials and interesting things coming up, from stretching to meditation to actual breathing techniques, relaxation techniques, something that will help you to ease pain, and so on and so on. Wish you a pleasant time, have a great one, see you around soon, and enjoy having finally finished the 8-movement Baduanjin set. Take care, goodbye, see you around.